You need to hear this if you're a history buff or a fashion enthusiast. Bags have been an essential part of human history, evolving from simple pouches to luxurious fashion statements. Imagine a world where every bag holds a secret, literally. During World War II, handbags were not just fashion statements, they were tools of espionage. Allied spies used hidden compartments in their bags to smuggle important documents and microfilms across enemy lines. These secret linings were so well crafted that even the most thorough inspections couldn't detect them. Talking about fashion with a purpose. Welcome to Ordinary Things Explained. In this channel, we dive deep into the fascinating stories behind everyday objects. All things have extraordinary stories to share. And today it is going to be a stylish ride as we're going to talk about bags. We'll explore the craftsmanship, the stories, and the evolution of these everyday essentials. Whether you're a fashionista or a history buff, there's something here for everyone. Stay tuned as we uncover the stories behind some of the most iconic bags in history. Imagine this, you're a cave person, just trying to get through the day. You've got your trusty club, your collection of rocks, and... Wait, how are you carrying all this stuff? Enter the first bags. These weren't your sleek Gucci clutches. We're talking crude pouches made from animal skins, probably smelling like a mix of old gym socks and whatever that prehistoric beast had for dinner. But hey, they did the job. Early humans used these bags to carry food, tools, and maybe even the occasional pet rock. Fast forward a few thousand years to ancient Egypt, and guess what? Bags were already becoming fashion icons. Hieroglyphics show dudes strutting around with pouches on their hips like they were walking the runway. These weren't just any pouches. They were adorned with intricate designs and symbols, showing off their status and, let's be honest, their impeccable taste. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, and things start getting really interesting in the bag world. Bags weren't just for carrying stuff anymore. They were like walking billboards for your social status. The richer you were, the more elaborate your bag. We're talking velvet, embroidery, jewels, you name it. And get this, men were rocking the bag game way more than women back then. They needed them to carry their coins, their quills and ink, and maybe a love poem or two. So the next time you see a dude rocking a man bag, give him a knowing nod. He's tapping into centuries of tradition. The Renaissance rolled around, and things got even more stylish. Think intricate leatherwork, delicate embroidery, and enough gold accents to make King Midas jealous. Bags were becoming true works of art, showcasing the incredible craftsmanship of the time. It was the era of exploration and discovery, and bags were along for the ride. From sturdy satchels for explorers to elegant pouches for merchants, bags were essential for navigating this exciting new world. Today, you can find these historical bags in museums, showcasing their timeless beauty and significance. And modern designers often draw inspiration from these eras, blending the old with the new in fascinating ways. So, the next time you see a bag that looks like it stepped out of a history book, remember, it's all part of a long, stylish journey. Time for some fun trivia, my bag-loving buddies. Who do you think created the first luxury handbag? Was it a famed Italian artisan? A secretive French designer? Nope. It was our main man, Monsieur Louis Vuitton. In the 19th century, he introduced his now iconic trunks, designed to be both sturdy and stylish. Vuitton's innovations, like those flat-topped trunks that made stacking a breeze and that revolutionary waterproof canvas, changed the luggage game forever. Suddenly, it wasn't just about practicality, it was about making a statement. And that, my friends, is how the world of luxury bags as we know it was born. Thanks, Louis. Now, let's talk about the evolution of handbags. Those trusty companions that hold our everyday essentials and make us feel like we can conquer the world, or at least a really long to-do list. In the 20th century, handbags really came into their own, becoming an indispensable accessory for women. The Roaring Twenties saw the rise of the flapper girl, and with her, the beaded clutch became all the rage. These sparkly little numbers were perfect for holding lipstick, a compact, and maybe a flask or two. Hey, it was the Prohibition era. Then came the 1950s, and with it, the birth of an icon, the Hermes Birkin bag. Legend has it that the Birkin was born from a chance encounter on a flight between actress Jane Birkin and the CEO of Hermes. Jane was complaining about her struggle to find the perfect bag. And voila, the CEO sketched out a design on a sick bag. Talk about resourceful. And the rest, as they say, is history. From then on, handbags became more than just accessories. They were statements of personal style, reflections of our aspirations, and sometimes even investments. All right, time for another jaw-dropping fun fact that'll make you want to clutch your wallets, or maybe just cry a little bit. The most expensive bag in the world is the Muawad 1001 Nights Diamond Purse. And no, that's not a typo. This bag is literally dripping in diamonds, over 4,500 of them to be exact. It's valued at a cool $3.8 million, which is probably more than some small country's GDP. I mean, you could buy a private island with that kind of cash. Or, you could carry your phone and a lipstick in a bag that's basically a small fortune on a strap. Honestly, if I owned this bag, I'd be too terrified to even take it out of the vault. Can you imagine spilling your coffee on that thing? It'd be a national tragedy. But hey, a girl can dream, right? Bags haven't just taken over the fashion world, they've infiltrated pop culture too. Remember Mary Poppins and her magical carpet bag? That thing was like a TARDIS, holding everything from lamps to hat stands. And who could forget the iconic Fendi baguette, famously dubbed the it bag of the 90s after being featured on Sex and the City? Carrie Bradshaw practically made that bag a household name. From the silver screen to the small screen, bags have become stars in their own right, adding a touch of glamour, humour, and even suspense to our favourite stories. Think about it. How many times has a misplaced handbag been the catalyst for a hilarious chase scene or a dramatic plot twist? Bags are the unsung heroes of entertainment. Time for another quirky bag fact that'll make you go, huh? Never thought of that. The first handbag to feature a lock. That tiny detail we now take for granted was the brainchild of designer Judith Lieber. This woman was a visionary, creating whimsical, jewel-encrusted minaudières that were more like miniature sculptures than bags. We're talking bags shaped like penguins, watermelons, even Fabergé eggs. These weren't just accessories, they were conversation starters, works of art that belonged in a museum, or, on the red carpet. Now, it's time to address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the sweatshop in the supply chain. As much as we love bags, it's important to acknowledge the darker side of the industry. The truth is, not all bags are made with ethical labour practices. Sadly, child labour is still a reality in some parts of the world, and the fashion industry, including the bag industry, has been grappling with this issue for years. Some high-end brands have been called out for using sweatshops and exploiting workers, including children, to keep their costs down and profits high. It's a sobering reminder that our love for fashion shouldn't come at the cost of someone else's well-being. As consumers, we have the power to demand better from the brands we support. We need to ask questions about where our clothes and accessories are made and advocate for ethical and sustainable practices. Ready for a feel-good story that proves even small changes can make a big difference? Let's talk about Ireland and their epic battle against plastic bags. Back in 2002, Ireland became a pioneer by introducing a plastic bag tax. This wasn't some money-grabbing scheme, it was a genius move to curb plastic waste and protect the environment. And guess what? It worked. Almost overnight, plastic bag usage in Ireland plummeted by over 90%. That's like a gazillion plastic bags saved from ending up in landfills or polluting the ocean. So next time you're at the store, remember to bring your reusable bag and channel your inner Irish environmentalist. And now, for our final stop on this whirlwind bag adventure, let's meet Huguette Clark, the ultimate bag collector. This reclusive heiress had a thing for handbags, and we're not talking about a small collection here. We're talking over 200 designer handbags, some with tags still attached. Imagine having a room in your mansion dedicated entirely to handbags. That was Huguette's reality. Her collection, which included rare Hermes and Chanel bags, was worth millions, proving that sometimes a girl just needs options, even if she never leaves the house. I guess when you're that wealthy, you can afford to treat handbags like art, meant to be admired but never used. It's a bit baffling, sure, but hey, different strokes for different folks, right? So, there you have it. The history of bags is more fascinating than you might have thought, filled with innovation, culture, and even some dark secrets. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ordinary Things Explained, and comment below with your favorite bag fact or your most cherished handbag. On the next video, we will talk about gold, silver, and bronze. It is all about the Olympic medals, so stay tuned.